Welcome to Just in the Kitchen with me, your host, Justine. The secret to prime rib is you want to make sure it has fat marbled in there. That's what makes the prime rib so good, so juicy, is that fat marbled in. If you look right here, this might be a better side to see. So there's fat marbled in there, and then there's a fat cap on top. And that's what makes your prime rib so good. The second thing is, when you make it, you want to put it in 500-degree oven that basically sears it, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to cook it. So the next thing is you want it on a rack. The rack will keep it from sitting on the bottom. You want the bottom. You want the air to circulate around your roast. So you can see my rack is holding it up. The other thing is you want good seasoning. It's the easiest piece of meat. I don't know why people are scared of it. It is so easy. Yes, it may be expensive, but there's a place that is not far from me. It's about 20 minutes away from me. And one year, I used to buy prime rib for Christmas Eve, and it was so expensive. I had to take a loan out to buy this prime rib because I had about, at that time, 30 people come to my house. So you try and feed 30 people prime rib. Yes, it took a loan. And I was at a regular grocery store, and it was there, and they said, oh, it's going to be $150. And I'm like, $150? I can't afford that. So this guy comes up, and he's like, psst, psst, hey, come here. And I'm like, I don't want any Rolex watches, and I don't want any drugs, so I don't know why you're psst-ing me. So I go over to him, and he tells me about this meat market that has it. And at the time, it was like $3.49 a pound. Now, they have went up a lot since then, but it was unbelievable. I went down there, and I could have bought 3 prime ribs for the price that they were going to charge me at the grocery store. But this one I got at the grocery store, it was pretty reasonable. It was on sale, and it was a small one, and I'm just doing it for us. This is something, you're feeding less people. It's a good thing. It's great for Valentine's Day, a romantic dinner, or if you want to get your wife or husband to do something for you. It's a good briber. All you do, I've got garlic cloves. I'm going to throw them in there. I'm going to make a paste. So I have garlic. I have oregano, rosemary, and thyme. So I'm just going to put some of that in there, and you're going to do it upside down, keep the stems out, and I'll show you how to do each one. Rosemary is always the easiest. Okay. Rosemary is always the easiest, and boy, does this just go through your house, and oh my gosh, the aroma is unbelievable. When you're making prime rib, oh my gosh, and you use this, there was a place, it was called Mountain Jack's. It's no longer around. It was in my area, and that was the first place I ever had prime rib in Michigan. And they used, but I think that they used dried herbs. They used rosemary, thyme, and oregano. But it was like an Italian blend, I think they called it, and it was dry. It was not a fresh. So when I started doing prime rib back a couple years ago, I decided I was going to use fresh. And I just basically make a paste out of it, and I put it in there. Now the leaves from thyme the stems from thyme are a little bit more gentle. They're like a grass, like those grass things that, and I don't know if you did it, but you pluck them and you chew on them. They're about like that. So if you get a little bit of those in there, it won't hurt. But the stems from the rosemary, it is woody. It would be so bad. So you just do that. I'm going to finish this up, and I'm going to show you after I get this done what the paste will look like. And if I have too much, which I never think I do, if you have too much, you can save it and you can put it on something else. You can put it on chicken. It's good in soups, actually. You don't want to put as much. It's good on potatoes. So you can put it on whatever you want, and it'll last for a couple of days. In the olive oil. Or you can freeze it. Here's the thing that my grandmother taught me. You can put it in little ice cube trays and you freeze it. So you could have that. She did that with, it's called sofrito in Spanish. And so she would do that with that. It's tomato paste, green peppers, green onions, cumin, and you just make it and you freeze it. And then you just, if you want to add it to soup or rice or something, you just throw in a cube. It's all in there. And I'm going to add quite a bit of salt, because remember, it's salting this whole thing. And it's on the outside. So you have to have enough that it gets in to the inside. Now I'm adding some pepper, fresh ground pepper. And I'm going to add some olive oil. And you can see it's going to be less about measurements and more about the feel of it, because you don't want it runny. I've made that mistake. You just want a paste. Now let's see if this will work. I'm just going to take it and rub it on the top, rub it on the sides, get it on there. Not so much rub it as pat it. See, I'm just going to pat it on there. Pat it on the sides. I got to put the bands back on there. Once you do this, put it in the oven. You get it to the temperature of 125. If you like it rare, you can do it more if you like it more well done. But what is prime rib if it's not rare or medium rare at the very least? What is prime rib? I know I went with Mark. The first time I ever went, I think he took me to Mountain Jack's. And he's like, I'll take it well done. That thing was like shoe leather. I don't know, Mark, you're there on the camera. Do you remember that? It was over in Ann Arbor, and you took me to there, and you had prime rib, but you ordered it well done. How'd you like it? Just say it. Nobody's gonna see you. He's shaking his head. No, no, no. You know what? And the ends get done more than the middle. Then all I have to do, put it in the oven at 500 for a half an hour, turn it down to 325, cook it until it's the right temperature, and voila, I have prime rib. We'll be back. Ooh, I can't wait. Yay! Just took it out of the oven. Look how good it looks. See how the outside looks brown? That's because I put it on 500. Now what I'm going to do, cover it with foil, and we'll let it rest for about 20 minutes. And I cooked it to 135. Mark doesn't like it so rare, so I cooked it to 135, and then once it rests, it'll bring it up, and it'll be to like a medium rare. All right, I'll put this back. I'm continuing on with the prime rib roast. So when you go to if you ask for a standing rib or prime rib, it's the same thing. So if you're confused about that, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you things to serve with it, which is a horseradish sauce. So I will take some sour cream, and I've got really good sour cream. So it's nice and thick. This is going to be a horseradish sauce. I'm not a big fan of horseradish, so you can use as much or as little of horseradish as you want. I tend to not use so much. And then I put in some chives. Very easy. Add some mayonnaise. So you want about a third to the portion of the sour cream that you have, okay? And then, get that off of there. I don't like wasting anything. Mix it up. And then this is where I am going to just use a little bit because I don't like much. If I want more, I'll add more. And then you stir it up. And there you have your horseradish sour cream to serve with your prime rib, right? And I'll add some salt and some pepper, a little bit of pepper, some salt, a little bit of salt, and then I'll know if I want more You know what? It could. Little Miss, I don't like a lot of horseradish. Could take more horseradish. Now people will, they will make it so hot that it'll clear your sinuses, but I don't like it that hot. There we go. That is easy, right? Sour cream, horseradish, chives, and mayonnaise. Very, very easy. Little salt and pepper. You have got your cream sauce. Next, what I'll do is I'll show you how to make an au jus. So I have a bunch of drippings in my pan, and I'm gonna deglaze my pan with some beef stock. I add in wine and a little Worcestershire. So I add in maybe about a half cup of wine-ish. Add in some Worcestershire. About a tablespoon. That should be enough. And I just keep stirring. Then what I'll do is I'll let this cook down and reduce. And that's as easy as it is. You just deglaze your pan, you put in some wine, you put in some beef stock, and ta-da, you've got it. You let it reduce, and you have got some yummy, yummy broth. Au jus. I'll see you back here when everything is up and ready and plated. So now I'm going to cut into the meat. Medium rare, like Mark likes it. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Now I'm going to put it on a plate. Okay, here is the Oh my gosh, that is so good. I go out to restaurants now and I eat prime rib and I'm like, I don't like it. I like mine better. This will win anybody's heart. It is so good. With the potatoes, it's so simple. It's the easiest meal with the most pizzazz that you are ever going to make. Now I'm going to try a little of my au jus. See? You just can't go wrong with this. Remember, if you want this recipe or the fondant potatoes, go to my website, www.justinthekitchen.com. Also, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need more subscribers, so I know you guys pick it up on Facebook, but when you go to the YouTube and it comes up, hit the like and hit the bell so I can give you more recipes. All right, talk to you later. Bye and God bless.